What's up, guys? This is Tanner from MCpodcast, aka Metaculture, and in today's episode, we're going to be going over Solo Leveling, episode 11. This was one of the most anticipated episodes of the season for a lot of reasons. Not only is Jinwoo basically going to be getting another power or ability through the job quest, he's going to get a job, and that obviously comes with a lot more stuff. This is basically the rising action of this season, where it starts to build up to the finale, and a lot of important stuff is going on, and honestly, they make it look super cool. You could tell straight off the bat this episode was going to be top 5 just through the animation of him entering the job quest. This episode, all in all, was super cool. I hope you guys really like this one. But other than that, there's some more plot depth in this episode. If you read the webtoon, you'll understand what I'm saying. But basically, the stuff that's happening in this episode is very important for the future endeavors of Jinwoo. But basically, what's going on in this episode and the next few episodes is really going to set up the second season, and it's going to be a great last 3 episodes. But other than that, the intro, the animation was absolutely beautiful. From how the portal opens to the sick animations around it, everything was great about that scene. I think it just makes this show even better. It's just seeing the animation follow up, and the people who love and support it really push this, and it's really come a long way from webtoon to what it is now. But for the people who feel like this episode lacks some oomph or something else, or feel like there's other shows that are better this season, just realize that the stuff happening now is important later on. It's just kind of scratching the surface and just kind of blindly going over what's been happening without really, you don't understand what's actually happening behind the scenes. But that obviously is for the later seasons and the people who read the webtoon. But all in all, he enters the dungeon. Obviously, he's up against basically enemies that are pretty difficult for him to fight. They're obviously knights. His dagger ability doesn't work. There's a lot pitted against him. It seems like he's getting his ass beat, but that's because the system, or the leveling system, and the people, or the thing behind it, is really testing him and putting him to the limit of what he can do. And he's kind of progressing through no matter what. And you see throughout the episode, he has stuff now like armor. It's super cool. In the webtoon, they do it just as well. I think they cover it pretty good here as well, where they kind of do an overview of an MMO where you have items that do certain abilities. But the reason why I think it's good is because they twist it in a little bit better than these other animes. They kind of make more sense of the system, and especially in the webtoon, you get little tidbits of information, so it helps you imagine what's happening. But I think they do a good job kind of transforming. But the biggest and best part about this was the fight between Jinwoo and Igris. Okay, this oh my god, everything they did was so cool. Just so you know, Igris is stronger than him. His level is red, which means he's very difficult to beat, if not, impossible. And he's up against some dude. Throughout this whole fight scene, it was super sick. Jinwoo was thrown around, really pitted. The system was saving him a lot from, the buffs and the other stuff, but it really shows he put a lot of stats into strength, because this guy was about to run the hands with a dude with a sword. But other than that, the animation was awesome. The way they fought, it felt so much more impactful actually watching it than reading it. Obviously, certain scenes were really cool comparatively to the animated parts, but they really accentuate the fight scenes, which they take it to the next level, which is super cool. But you just see Igris whooping his ass. Legit, he's getting his ass whooped. And the amazing thing about this is when it kind of the turn of tides of the fight, where it becomes really powerful, and you see Jinwoo getting his ass whooped. I mean, it's a sick scene. He falls to the throne, and he kind of gets reminded of everything important to him, while Igris is guarding a empty throne, which is super important for this next episode for you to remember, and the symbolism behind it. But other than that, before he cuts him down, he charges up an attack, stabs the dagger straight through his head, and pushes him straight through a wall. And he just gathers up this super cool animated, level breaking, multiple. It was just super cool edited scene. You guys can watch it for yourself right here. But this, all in all, was a sick fight scene. You might think, wow, he really beat this guy. He shouldn't have won. You have to realize what state he was in, right? Igris was about to finish him off. He has gauntlets that stop a blade with his hand. Like, you know how strong that is? Like, who could expect that? Why didn't he use that throughout the fight? Blah, blah, blah. So he just blocks it, charges up a super cool attack, and he caught him off guard, and he stabbed him through the chest, or through that helmet under, and he kind of just finished it off. And all in all, I think that was a super impactful, super cool way to end it. Certain scenes were different, like, Jinwoo standing over Igris. But, I think the little twists they do kind of do it better in a sense. But he was obviously rewarded through all that. He got items, and the quest is going to go on. And this is what you find later on in episode 12. But either way, I think this is, I keep saying this over and over. These are amazing episodes. These are super well done. The reason why some people may feel they're not impactful or more meaningful enough is because of the plot in the future, which you'll understand more and more why what he's doing now and the people he's meeting and the stuff he's doing is important and part of what his path was. But either way, stay tuned for episode 12 and the finale. It's going to be super amazing. I think they're going to set this up in a sick way for a continuation. I really think they're going to continue on and start producing more of this just because of how much hype and how much this got. It gets better. It gets, like you saw Jinwoo change, he's going to change even more. So just get ready and stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe. This has been MC Podcast, a.k.a. Tanner, and we out of here. Hope you enjoyed.